Hi friends, Namaskar. Today I am going to give you a brief idea of quantum computing. So stay tuned with this video. A quantum computer harnesses some of the almost mystical phenomenon of quantum mechanics to deliver huge leaps forward in processing power. Quantum mechanics promise to outstrip even the most capable of today's and tomorrow's supercomputers. They won't wipe out conventional computers though. Using a classical machine will still be the easiest and most economical solution for tackling most problems. But quantum computers promise to power exciting advances in various fields, from material science to pharmaceuticals research. Companies are already experimenting with them to develop things like lighter and more powerful batteries for electric cars and to help create novel drugs. The secret to quantum computers' power lies in the ability to generate and manipulate quantum bits or qubits. Now, what is qubit? Today's computer use bits, a stream of electrical or optical pulses representing ones or zeros. Everything from your tweets and emails to your iTunes songs and YouTube videos are essentially long strings of these binary digits. Quantum computers, on the other hand, uses qubits, which are typically subatomic particles such as electrons or protons. Generating and managing qubits is a scientific and engineering challenge. Some companies such as IBM, Google and Rigetti Computing use superconducting circuits cooled to temperatures colder than deep space. Others like IonQ trap individual atoms in electromagnetic fields on a silicon chip in ultra-high vacuum chambers. In both cases, the goal is to isolate the qubits in a controlled quantum state. Qubits have some quickery quantum properties that mean a connected group of them can provide way more processing power than the same number of binary bits. One of the properties is known as superposition and another is called entanglement. Now, what is superposition? Qubits can represent numerous possible combinations of 1 and 0 at the same time. This ability to simultaneously be in multiple states is called superposition. To put qubit into superposition, researchers manipulate them using precision lasers or microwave beams. Thanks to this counterintuitive phenomenon, a quantum computer with several qubits in superposition can crunch through a vast number of potential outcomes simultaneously. The result of a calculation emerges only once the qubits are measured, which immediately cause their quantum state to collapse to either 1 or 0. What is entanglement? Researchers can generate pairs of qubits that are entangled, which means the two members of a pair exist in a single quantum state. Changing the state of one of the qubits will instantaneously change the state of the other one in a predictable way. This happens even if they are separated by very long distances. Nobody really knows quite how or why entanglement works. It even baffled Einstein, who famously described it as spooky action at a distance. But it's key to the power of quantum computers. In a conventional computer, doubling the number of bits doubles its processing power. But thanks to entanglement, adding extra qubits to a quantum machine produces an exponential increase in its number crunching ability. So we have discussed about superposition and entanglement. Now there is another phenomenon, because of which quantum machines are way more error prone than classical computers, and that phenomenon is decoherence. So let us know about what is decoherence. The interaction of qubits with their environment in ways that cause their quantum behavior to decay and finally disappear is called decoherence. Their quantum state is extremely fragile. The slightest vibration or change in temperature disturbances known as noise in quantum speak can cause them to tumble out of superposition before their job has been properly done. That's why researchers do their best to protect qubits from the outside world in those supercooled fridges and vacuum chambers. Despite their efforts, noise still causes lots of errors to creep into calculations. For simulating the behavior of matter down to the molecular level, auto manufacturers like Volkswagen and Daimler are using quantum computers to simulate the chemical compositions of electrical vehicle batteries to help find new ways to improve their performances. And pharmaceutical companies are leveraging them to analyze and compare compounds that could lead to the creation of new drugs. The machines are also great for optimization problems because they can crunch through vast numbers of potential solutions extremely fast. Airbus, for instance, is using them to help calculate the most fuel efficient ascent and descent paths for aircraft, and Volkswagen has unveiled a series that calculates the optimal routes for buses and taxis in cities in order to minimize congestion. Some researchers also think that machines could be used to accelerate artificial intelligence. It could take quite a few years for quantum computers to achieve their full potential. Universities and businesses working on them are facing a shortage of skilled researchers in the field and a lack of supplies of some key components. But if these exotic new computing machines live up to their promise, they could transform entire industries and turbocharge global innovation. Now, where India stands in quantum computing. There are no quantum computers in India yet. In 2018, the Department of Science and Technology unveiled a program called Quantum Enabled Science and Technology (QUST) to accelerate research on quantum computing. The government, in its budget 2020, has announced the largest ever science mission, National Mission on Quantum Technologies and Application, NMQTA. This mission will be implemented by the Department of Science and Technology under Ministry of Science and Technology. It is proposed to provide an outlay of 8,000 crores over a period of 5 years. The area of focus for the mission will be in fundamental science, translation, technology development, human and infrastructural resource generation, innovation and startups to address issues concerning national priorities. Applications which will receive boost include those in aerospace engineering, numerical weather prediction, simulations, securing the communication and financial transactions, cyber security, advanced manufacturing, health, agriculture, education and other important sectors which focus on creation of high-skilled jobs, human resources development, startups and entrepreneurship leading to technology-led economic growth. A recent paper from Google's quantum computing lab announced that company had achieved quantum supremacy. Quantum supremacy means that researchers have been able to use quantum computer to perform a single calculation that no conventional computer, even the biggest supercomputer, can perform in a reasonable amount of time. Google quantum computer named Sycamore claimed supremacy because it reportedly did the task in 200 seconds that would have apparently taken a supercomputer 10,000 years to complete. Now you can imagine how fast it is. Now I hope that you have got a very brief idea of quantum computing. So friends, if you liked my video, then please subscribe my channel and share it to your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.